My dear students, today we talk on frog endoskeleton. You already familiar about skull of frog, lower jaw of frog, ad apparatus of frog, and also vertebral column of frog. Today we are going to discuss something about appendicular skeleton of frog. They are girdles and limb bones. In this class, we will take girdles of frog. There are two types of girdles. First one now pectoral girdle and second one pelvic girdles. Pectoral girdle is present in the thoracic region, particularly shoulder region, and provides attachment to the forelimbs and their muscles. It protects the inner softer parts of the thorax. It consists of two similar halves united mid-ventrally and separated dorsally. Each half is divided into a dorsal scapular portion and a ventral coracoid portion. So each half is divided into a dorsal scapular portion and a ventral coracoid portion. So there are two major portions are found in the pectoral girdle. First one now scapular portion and second one coracoid portion. The scapular portion comprises the suprascapula and scapula. The suprascapula is a thin cartilaginous plate on the dorsal side. The scapula is a bony plate having a glenoid cavity into which articulates the head of humerus. The coracoid portion comprises the clavicle, coracoid, precoracoid, and epicoracoid portions. Clavicle and coracoid meet mid-ventrally with the sternum and their counterparts of other side by a strip of cartilage, that is the epicoracoid portion. The sternum lies in the mid-ventral line. It consists of episternum, homosternum, mesosternum, and zipisternum. The pectoral girdle also contains a major part is the sternum. The sternum consists of episternum, homosternum, mesosternum, and zipisternum. The episternum is flat, almost circular plate of cartilage. The homosternum is a bony rod connected to the episternum on the anterior side and clavicle on the posterior side. The mesosternum is cartilaginous rod lying opposite the homosternum. The zipisternum is the terminal broad cartilaginous plate lying at the tip of the mesosternum. So appendicular skeleton includes pectoral girdles and pelvic girdles, pectoral girdle and sternum. Pectoral girdle mainly consists of sternum and clavicle and also coracoid, scapular portion. So sternum consists of episternum, homosternum, mesosternum, zipisternum, and other major parts like clavicle, coracoid portion, that are precoracoid, epicoracoid, scapula, suprascapula, and glenoid cavity. So the diagram includes parts like episternum, homosternum, mesosternum, zipisternum, clavicle, precoracoid, coracoid, epicoracoid, scapular region, suprascapular, glenoid cavity. This is something about a pectoral girdle of frog. Now we will take a pelvic girdle of frog. The pelvic girdle lies in the posterior region of the trunk. It gives support to the hind limbs. It is V-shaped and composed of two similar halves, each of which is known as os innominatum. Each os innominatum is composed of three bones: ilium, pubis, and ischium. So each os innominatum mainly composed of three bones, like first one is ilium, second one is pubis, and third one is ischium. Ilium is greatly elongated and forms a major part of each os innominatum. It runs forwards to meet the transverse process of the ninth vertebra. It bears a prominent vertical ridge, the iliac crest, on its dorsal surface. Next one now pubis. Pubis is much reduced. It is a triangular piece of calcified cartilage. Next one now ischium. Ischium is larger and a slightly oval bone. The disc formed by the union of three bones contains a cup-shaped cavity called acetabulum. So acetabulum is a cup-like cavity in which all iliac, pubis and ischium are connected. The acetabulum, the head of femur articulates. So the head of femur bone is articulates in the acetabulum cavity. Pelvic girdle. The pelvic girdle consists of ilium, ischium and pubis portion. All three portions like ilium, pubis and ischium are connected with the top cavity called acetabulum. But ilium is elongated along with the iliac crest. This is something about pelvic girdle of frog. In this class, I think you are familiar about appendicular skeleton, particularly pectoral girdles and pelvic girdles of frog. Any clarification? Any doubts? Send me the messages. Thank you.